Hello, my name is Jay, and I play bass. And I want to teach other people how to play bass. Any instrument's going to seem really daunting and overwhelming in the beginning to try and learn. But like once you get into it, it comes like pretty naturally once you've got the basics. So this is what this channel is hopefully going to be aimed for. I'm hoping to like help beginners get from beginner stage and move past it, because a lot of the time you can get stuck at the very beginning and it can feel very frustrating to try and progress from that point without a path or a teacher to do that for you, especially because when you've got an in-person teacher you need to block out a time a day, travel, pay for it, sometimes, not all the time. But I'm hoping to not have any of that. It's all going to be on here in little short form videos, so they're accessible for people. This is your body. You have your pickups, you have your neck, your tuning pegs. Probably one of the first things you're going to want to do is tune. So each of these tuning pegs represents a string. If you don't know what tuning peg goes to what string, follow your string up and it will take you to its tuning peg. So my E goes to this tuning peg. There's many ways to tune. You can do it with a pedal tuner, you can do it with, some people's amps have tuners built in, you can do it with apps. Apps aren't the best thing to choose if you're wanting to play like live gigs and that, but if you're just playing for yourself in your bedroom, at home, for family. When I was starting out, I used an app called, I think it was Tuna Guitar or Guitar Tuna. Either way, you just go onto it, select the bass, put it in standard if that's what you're wanting to play in, and then tune up accordingly. It's pretty good because when you pluck a string, your phone listens to it and detects it, so then you can adjust your tune while giving it a random pluck. Talk about the string names, that would also be useful to tune. So if your bass is a 4-string in the order of E, A, D, G. Now I don't expect people to just remember that if they've just picked up an instrument. So a good acronym would be Eat and Drink Grapes. E, A, D, G. How to make it come through your amp. Now, everybody's amp's different, but the basics of it is you are going to need a lead, and it should have 2 pickups that look like this, like 2 almost identical ones at one end. Sometimes some of them have like a bent side, that's just so it sits flush with the guitar. Your guitar should have an input where you can put that in, so make sure your amp's not turned on while you're doing this. Turn your amp on last. You put one side into the guitar and there'll be a bit on your amp that says input. Once you've got the lead plugged into your bass and the amp, you should be able to turn the amp on and it should come through your amp pretty decently. If it's not making any noise, but your amp's turned on, you probably need to go to your volume and turn your volume up on your bass. Now if your volume's up on your bass and it's still not coming through, it could be a couple things, but the main 2 would be your volume on your amp isn't actually up, or you've got no gain on your amp. Not all amps require you to have gain to play, but some are a bit pernickety, just and it depends what amp you've got. My next video I will be going over simple plucking methods, how to strum, or not strum, but how to like pluck and make sound, and like we can do simple progressions and all that. But yeah, that was everything for the first lesson. enjoy knowing how to get your bass to make noise and how to tune it up. That is the first step into moving on to then learn how to play. I will go over more playing focus stuff from now on. The next few videos will be playing oriented, so it will be like simple progressions, and then we can move on to easy songs that don't require a lot of movement along the neck of the guitar. But yeah, thank you.